Alright, so this is a story about how I got kicked off the bus back in middle school, which I have to say was quite the achievement back then, considering my bus was wild as hell back then. I don't know about you guys, but it was sheer pandemonium trying to ship a bunch of 13-year-olds to and from school. There'd be like a fight that would break out on an almost daily basis. Kids would be smoking Newport menthols with no regard to authority whatsoever. Some kids would yell out the window at other cars on the street. Hi! Your Dodge Neon is gay! Every day was like a new episode of a make-believe show called What the Hell is Even Happening Right Now? Especially the back of the bus. The back of the bus was like Skid Row back there. There'd be kids having broken bottle knife fights at 7:30 in the morning and shit. We'd get to school and there'd be like a dead kid in the back of the bus and nobody would even bat an eye. It was just normal. Now you guys might be sitting there like, well, what about the bus driver? Surely the bus driver kept you guys in line. Well, no, he didn't. And you know why? Because he was 1,000 years old, that's why. Our bus driver was so old, his dad had to have been in the Civil War, and his dad's dad was God himself. Everybody walked all over this old man, and nobody gave a shit. Kids would get on the bus, and he'd be like, all right, have a seat while the bus is moving. Piss off, old man, I'm the captain now. To make matters worse, there was a rumor that the only reason this old guy drove the bus in the first place was because his wife had just died, and he's just trying to do something to take his mind off the crushing loneliness. Well, a bunch of 13-year-old boys don't give a shit about that. Hell, a bunch of 13-year-old boys will make fun of his dead wife right to his fucking face. Hey, bus driver, knock, knock. Who's there? Not your dead wife, you old bitch. Yeah, it's pretty fucked up, I gotta say. I mean, I didn't partake in that. Hell, if anything, I tried to have kids take it easy on the poor old guy. You guys want to maybe take it easy on him this morning? What, who, the bus driver? Nah, fuck the bus driver. Yeah, fuck him. Fuck the bus driver. Fuck the bus driver. Well, after a few months of what a lot of people would describe as elder abuse, our school finally stepped in and had to do something. So I walk on the bus early in the morning one day, and to my surprise, there's some fat bitch with a Ricky Lake haircut and a worn-out Winnie the Pooh t-shirt sitting up front by the bus driver. Now, at first, I thought, we just had a new retarded kid going to school with us on the school bus. But then out of nowhere, she was just like, sit down on the bus and don't move or I'll fucking stab you in the neck. Or some shit like that. I don't know. I don't remember exactly what word she used. But I sat my ass down and I didn't move. Yeah, enter Glenda, the bus enforcer, a.k.a.
Glenda the Brute,
as we came to know her. Now, to this day, I don't know if this lady worked for the school or if our principal just found her ass out on the street like, hey, we need somebody to threaten a bunch of 13-year-old kids on a bus. Do you hate children, perchance? Hate them. I once killed a kid in 86 and got away with it. Perfect, you're hired. You start Monday. And then they just fucking deployed her ass from a helicopter like the tyrant from Resident Evil 2. I don't know where the hell this lady came from, all right? All I know is that Glenda was now the law on the bus. All of a sudden, nobody's being mean to the bus driver. Nobody's smoking fucking Newport menthols anymore. Everybody's just sitting there like a bunch of Mormons, nice and quiet and polite. Her first order of business on her first day was she fucking Rosa Parks all the kids in the back of the bus all the way to the front of the bus so she could keep a closer eye on them. Well, that move alone decreased fucking domestic terrorism in Northwest Ohio at least tenfold. Now, for the rest of the school year, there was only one more fight on the bus. And within a New York minute, Glenda's ass had both of those boys in a fucking Ric Flair-style headlock, and she made them both sit on her lap at the front of the bus. And the next day, we'd never seen those kids again. Don't know what the fuck happened to them. They could have been in a pit in Glenda's basement being fed lotion, and nobody gave a fuck. Nobody was going to question it because nobody wanted to mess with Glenda's big ass. Well, flash forward to the last week of school. I'm sitting on the bus next to a kid named Joseph, who I did not like very much because his ass would spit when he talked and his breath always smelled like fucking Funyuns. But I always put up with his ass because he sold me burnt CDs for like $5 a pop. I mean, how else was my broke ass gonna listen to that sweet, sweet Alien Ant Farm and Weird Al Yankovic songs? Oh boy, oh boy. So we're sitting on the bus and Joseph's ass has a rubber band and some of those fucking folded up paper bullets. You know what I'm talking about, those things that you would slingshot at people. We called them mosquitoes back in the day because they stung. Mosquitoes don't fucking sting. Why the hell did we call mosquitoes? They should have been called hornets or some shit. What a bunch of dumbasses. So anyways, we're sitting there, and I don't know if it's just because it's the last week of school or what, but Joseph decides to slingshot this mosquito right at the back of the head of the bus driver. Owie! Well, next thing you know, Joseph throws the rubber band to get rid of the evidence, but he throws it a a whopping 3 feet from where we're sitting at. Now, what happened next was kind of a blur because it happened so goddamn fast. But the next thing I remember is Glenda standing right by our seat, and the expression on her face simply stated something along the lines of, not only have I killed a child before, but I'll do it again, motherfucker! I'll do it right here on this bus. I mean, even the fucking poo on her t-shirt was like, oh, you dumb motherfuckers did it now. She looks down at this rubber band, and it's not exactly a fucking cold case that she's trying to figure out, now is it? Which one of you Lee Harvey Oswald motherfuckers tried to assassinate the bus driver? Now, naturally, I said nothing, because snitches get stitches and all that shit, but I sure as hell looked at Joseph's ass like, really, motherfucker? Are you really gonna make me an accessory to your random act of violence right now? And Joseph's ass did not say a damn thing. Well, next thing you know, we're sitting on Glenda's lap at the front of the bus. And next thing you know, we go to school and we get an office referral and we get kicked off the bus for the remainder of the year. I spent the rest of that summer in the hole of Glenda's basement, putting lotion on myself, just waiting to be made into a human lampshade or whatever the fuck. All right, that part did not happen, but it could have, all right? She was scary as hell. Who's to say? So the moral of the story is, well, there is no fucking moral. What the hell's the moral gonna be in this stupid cartoon? Don't commit elder abuse or a fat bitch with a short haircut's gonna manhandle you? Yeah, it seems like a weird moral. I don't recall that in the Aesop's fables from back in the day. Just don't be mean to the bus driver, all right? You got it? There should be more fat bitches with short haircuts and Winnie the Pooh t-shirts in this world. It'd be a nicer goddamn place, wouldn't it? All right, the end.
Brewstew.com